Imagine waking up on a freezing cold morning, ready to head out, but your trusty diesel engine is struggling to stay alive. Or maybe it is stuck in a low power mode that barely lets you merge onto the highway. If you have plugged in your scanner and found the code P00B9, you are dealing with a low pressure fuel system pressure that is too low, specifically linked to low ambient temperature. Now, do not panic, because this code actually tells us a very specific story about what is happening under the hood. In the world of diesel engines, we usually have two main stages of moving fuel. You have the high-pressure injection pump that does the heavy lifting to blast fuel into the engine, but that big pump needs to be fed by a low-pressure pump first. This code means that the supply line, fuel getting to the main pump, is dropping below the necessary pressure, and the computer, or the ECM, knows it is freezing outside. Why is this critical? Because if that main injection pump gets starved of fuel, it starts sucking in air, and air bubbles in a diesel system are an absolute nightmare that can cause damage or force the truck into limp mode to save itself. Since this code is tied to low ambient temperature, think about what happens to fluids when it gets bitter cold. Diesel fuel can start to gel, thicken up, almost like a slushy, which makes it incredibly hard to push through filters and lines. The first thing you need to do is look at the thermometer. If it is extremely cold, your fuel might just be too thick for the system to handle properly. Sometimes simply letting the vehicle warm up for a longer period can resolve the pressure issue as the fuel thins out. However, you need to check your fuel filter. If that filter is old or dirty, the cold, thick fuel will not be able to pass through it fast enough, triggering this low pressure alarm. Locate the low pressure filter, which is often on the frame rail, under the driver's side, or near the tank. If it looks ancient, swap it out. But be careful, you have to follow the bleeding procedure for your specific truck perfectly, or you will trap air in the lines, and it will not start at all. Also, use your nose. Walk around the truck. If you smell raw diesel, you have a leak. Cold weather shrinks seals and O-rings, so a connection that was fine in the summer might be dripping now, causing a drop in pressure. Check the lines, check the fittings, and make sure you are using winter blend fuel or an additive to prevent gelling. This is not a code you want to ignore, because starving a diesel engine of fuel is a quick way to turn a minor maintenance issue into a massive repair bill.